were you saying?
We're getting kicked out of Canada.
All vessels in the area request to keep a sharp lookout, assist if possible, and report all sightings in the United States.
Stand by.
Great.
Canada, United States.
Steve, get your ass out.
Tauntaun.
Something addressed is that correct? Okay, Roger, yes, please give me the position. We'll issue a notice to shipping to that effect. Go ahead.
Coast Guard receive your report. Overview 12 to 15 foot range gift. In the vicinity of east of Louisville, Maine. All vessels in the area request to keep a sharp lookout. Assist if possible. Report all sightings in the United States.
Stand by.
Great.
Canada, United States.
All vessels in the area request to keep a sharp lookout. Assist if possible. Report all sightings in the United States.
Stand by.
Great.
Canada, United States.
One ping only, Captain.
Friend.
Vasily, one king only. Aye, Captain.
Do you think he'll do a crazy Ivan?
He might. We just did.
Do you think they'll let me live in Montana?
Time for I will marry a round American wife, and she will raise rabbits, and she will cook them for me.
And I will buy a pickup truck.
Pickup truck.
My father used to bring me here as a boy.
My father used to bring me here as a boy. What? That's awesome. My boy said that his father used to bring him here.
It's 4 a.m. We've just left Stamford Harbor, and the water is absolutely flat coming out of Stamford Harbor. We've rounded the cows and we're on a course of 90 degrees easterly to Race Rock, which we expect to pass through the race at 2 in the afternoon on Friday. So we're off on our way to Marblehead. We'll stop in the east end of Cape Cod Canal in Sandwich Harbor to pick up another crew member, and then we'll hit Marblehead sometime late morning on Friday.
Good morning.
Morning. What did you say about this, Warren?
This never gets old.
Again?
This never gets old. This is awesome.
This is one of the reasons that we do this.
So about 20 miles from the race, mid-sound, we hit a really big tree trunk. But we actually hit a good, honest to God tree trunk. And the boat, lurched just a little bit. We were in 100 feet of water, so there was like no way we could have run aground. And we couldn't see anything. And then we looked behind the boat, and we saw a large tree trunk surface back there. So we went into neutral, stopped the boat, did a full inspection of the hull, inside and out, and everything seems to be fine. We looked up in the forward anchor locker, we looked in the sail locker, and we checked the prop shaft, we checked the bilge, the keel bolts. We'll do that again in about an hour, but we think that probably the tree trunk was pretty waterlogged and probably pretty soft. We probably glanced it off the side of the boat and maybe caught it with the keel. So we radioed it in to the Coast Guard as a potential hazard for other boaters. but we think we're in pretty good shape. We'll, when we get to Marblehead, we'll dive the boat and take a closer look under the waterline. So far, so good though. We're through the race, right on schedule. It's almost 2 p.m. We're actually just a little bit ahead of schedule. It is almost max ebb, and if you look at the water patterns through the race are really interesting. So you got a lot of water flushing right down Long Island Sound out into Block Island Sound. And the surface patterns are fascinating. Over there, that's Fisher's Island and Fisher's Island Sound to the north. We're going to continue on a course of about 96 past Point Judith to Buzzards Bay Light into Cape Cod Canal. Delicacy tonight. Chili mac. We're about to enter the Cape Cod Canal. We've set up all our fenders on the deck, and we've also got our anchor ready here to go, just in case there's some kind of issue inside the canal. We're less than 2 miles from the entrance to Cape Cod Canal. We're heading into the ebb current. You can see on the instruments here, our speed over ground is 4.1 and our speed through the water is 5.2. That indicates a current of 1.1 knots against the boat. We'll expect that to rise a little bit as we head into the canal, but we're going into the canal past max ebb and it's going to decline, so we shouldn't have too much of an ebb against us. And by the time we get to Sandwich Marina, hopefully it'll be slack, so that should make maneuvering into the marina to pick up our crewmate a little easier. All right, so we made it to Marblehead Harbor. Woohoo!
Hey.
Woo!
Still has a flow. I'll be right back with that.
They're going to charge us when they get
This
there.
one has crack and this one has the LSD in it. Timothy Leary Trout.
We need to get the Allen wrenches.
Gorp. 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 Gorp.
Yeah.
Gorp.
Good boy.
And the I was told we cruised the seas for American coal made fire no guns. In those years, I'm a bones and man on the Halifax pier, the last American survivors cheers. On the castle, bold
Mr. and Mrs. Adams here. You're a good man. You'll never forget that.
Nicely done. Thank you.
So just come right here tomorrow.
Wait. Hey, Justin, you gotta put
Hi,
on
Mom.
your glasses. Hey. Somebody here Justin in his glasses so we can go.
Yeah, well. It is night number 1. We're about to unveil our first delicacy. Baked ziti with meatballs, fresh mozzarella, and Parmesan with homemade garlic bread. Mwah.
What a night. 14 knots of breeze out of the south, right on the starboard beam. A gorgeous sea. It doesn't get much better than this.
Captain's log. Sunday, July 9th. Making good progress on our way to Halifax. Seas are building. Expecting 3 to 5.
It's 4 a.m. It's Monday, July 10th. We've just come back on watch. The wind has gone light. When we left the watch, it was about 12-13 knots apparent wind. Now it's around 8, and the wind has gone aft, which is forcing us to sail pretty deep. Here's a look at our instruments. As you can see, we got 8.6, 8.8 knots apparent wind, which translates to about 13.6 true. And we're sailing at about 130 degrees. Sea temperature is 64.4.
Steve, get your ass out.
We're still managing to do 8.4 knots speed over ground. A little bit of current as well, indicated by a boat speed through the water of 7.6. We're on a heading of 102, which gives us a course over ground after the correction for current of 107. Right now, Warren is on the helm, Derek is on trim, Joseph is grinding. Well, he's prepared to grind.
Always prepared to grind.
Right.
Trim hard.
Right.
Drive down.
Coming down, working it down.
Good.
So the wind just went left quite a bit.
So that's what concerns me, is that, you know, we had the collapses last night. You know, preventing that from happening is more important than 2 cranks. If you take a look at the chute behind us, they're full, right? They're in tighter than we are.
On a spinnaker trim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see their spinnaker.
Yeah, well, you know, when it goes left, you got to trim it in.
Yeah.
So we've just done a watch change. It is 8:15 on Monday morning. And Warren's taking his Fowlies off.
We're here relaxing in the crew lounge.
We're having breakfast. How's the breakfast?
Excellent.
Those are 30-year-old freeze-dried imitation eggs.
I think they're from the Korean War.
They're from the Korean War?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's time for the usual tour of the inside of the boat that we do. Here's the aft cabin. We got 2 people sleeping here at any given time. So in a couple minutes, this place will be full of people sawing wood. That's a view out the portal. And this is Mr. Joint, who's being a good boy and brushing his teeth. I'm not sure about the boy behind you. I'm not sure he's brushing his teeth. And this guy is so crazy he's having a Via with no water.
I snorted for breakfast.
Anybody in here? Oh, there's a lot in here. Look at this. Oh my God.
Our harem.
So this gives new meaning to the word comfort station. So what's this all about? What do we have going here?
Hot water for coffee, tea, cup of noodle soups, anything.
So we always have hot water going in that thermos
at all times,
and available to people who are up top if they need something hot pretty quickly to warm it. And proceeding forward in the boat, this is where we hang all our PFDs. So they're all immediately accessible. Back here in this is the starboard head, which has been converted into a hanging wet locker. So we have all our foul weather gear in here.
Works like a charm.
And all our boots in the floor. So moving forward again, there's 2 bunks here for a total of 6 bunks, and then we try not to have any weight forward here. So we try to keep lighter things here. We've stacked a bunch of stuff up on the high side of the boat. And that's about it.
Justin?
Yes, sir.
Don't forget the chart on the wall so we know where we are.
Yep, so this is how we figure out where we are, and that is where we are. Wow. We're a little more than a third of the way. So we started off here in Marblehead, and this is the rum line, all the way to Brazil Rock, up the coast of Nova Scotia, to Halifax Harbor, and then to the Royal Nova Scotia Yacht Club.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This is the Bay of Fundy. There's a lot of current around here, sometimes known as the washing machine. We're going to have some current coming up now that's going to start to push us up, which is what we want. And then by the time we round Brazil Rock, the current will have changed and will be sweeping us down and up. One of the things we want to avoid from up here is the Labrador current. So we want to watch the temperature of the water and make sure that we stay, to the extent possible, in warmer water.
But it's really light. The question is it better to be pure light or pure light?
No, let me do the exclusion zone and I'll run another one. And I'll take out. Because this is now showing sweeping currents. Right?
We'll try and go left if we can, but not at the expense of speed.
I would say keep the speed up.
Everybody else is heading in the same direction we are right now.
Exactly.
So we're matching the fleet.
And by the time we get up here, we don't want to get swept up, right? Because then we're gonna have to go even deeper unless this.
We can always come up. We can always come up. It looks like current is good. But stay at the edge of adversary.
Let me do an exclusion zone. Yep. Okay. Okay.
Yar, everybody bring your tea, have ya? It's good to see the crew. I've got some goodies for all of you. PFD? What does that stand for? Pretty fucking dumb?
Fucking Canadian again? Somebody translate there. Where are you? Translate that.
There you go.
The horny helmet. Horny Bauman. The horny helmet.
Oh, you got the single one, don't you? There you go.
Go for that. You gotta wear that somewhere else.
Oh, here's the Jewish one. Oh, this is so sweet.
It's gonna be Marianne.
Every boat has to have a Mexican.
But it has to have a Mexican.
Oh, Georgia. Oh, I'm putting my finger in the wind.
I think I've seen him with that outfit on before.
Who's missing one?
George.
George. Arr, arr. I'm putting my finger in the wind.
Now we've got the captain.
Yeah, we do. And don't you forget. Aye. That's quite a hassle. Hello.
I bet he turned around. Oh yeah, it was you.
I recognize her.
You see me in my bikini.
Now would you
Come
believe
here,
this?
got some love. And here's our navigator.
Howdy.
We've made it more than halfway. And my beard is falling off. And we're in Canadian waters. And you know what that means? That means it's time for some axe throwing.
Axe throwing.
Yeah!
Where are the axes? The official change of the watch. It's time for the Mexican to take over.
Adonde.
No, north is that way, okay?
See, norte.
We'll see who the winner is when we get to Halifax.
We'll see what happens.
He's coming out with it.
Hors d'oeuvres are served. Deviled eggs and shrimp salad finger sandwich.
So I think we're converging on a vessel. So why don't you... Right the elbow. That's it. Most of them are good.
Good morning, sunshine.
north. And then the long is 66.078 west. Give me a second.
Oh, and on each one of these, make sure that it says locked. There's a little checkbox.
So I don't edit it all?
Well, that's so that accidentally it's easy to grab one when you're looking at Would you want EV into the shiny car behind you?
That should be one vote. You'd be a shiny car.
Well, Resolute is on the other side of this.
Okay, Roger, yes, please give me the position. We'll issue a notice to shipping to that effect. Go ahead.
How this watch went?
Well, everybody's heard about the Bay of Fundy, but we've survived the whole of Fundy. Just spent 2 hours with pretty much no wind, but we're back at it again.
That would be then the Bay of Not Fundy.
The Bay of Not Fundy. There you go. Nice. I like that. That's good.
Having a whale of a time.
How's it going, Dan?
Another day in paradise.
Steve?
Steve, get your ass out.
Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem hard or tough, and people are so stupid, obnoxious, or dumb, and you feel like you've had quite enough. Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's revolving at 900 miles an hour. It's orbiting at 60 miles a second, so it's reckoned the sun that is the source of all our power. Now the sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see, they're moving at 1,000,000 miles a day. So pray that there's intelligent life somewhere out on space, because there's bugger all down here on Earth. Thank you very much. Do we have your living now? Woohoo!
It is Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. and we are just under 20 nautical miles from HB, which is the outer marker of Halifax Harbor. Our bearing to waypoint is 38 degrees. Our course over ground presently is 77, and our speed 7.5 knots. We're going to continue on this jibe until we can jibe over and clear the HB marker. Our ETA is 1446. Warren is on the helm. He has been doing a superhuman performance on the helm throughout the whole Marblehead Halifax race.
Steve, get your ass out.
He has focused continuously on sailing the boat fast within the wind angle slot that we have available to us under the A2 spinnaker. Right now we're sailing at about 150 degrees off our starboard quarter. Wind speed is 16 true, so it's probably about 8 or 9 apparent.
It's amazing after all this time that we're all so close together.
So we're just coming up on HB, which is the outer harbor marker for Halifax, Nova Scotia. The time is 3:45, Tuesday, July 11th. Approximately 49 hours after the start in Marblehead, Massachusetts. And there is the mark, HB.
My goal today is to try and get Justin a trophy. My second goal is to make sure that that guy wants to sell his boat as soon as he gets to Halifax.
49 hours later, and we are passing the outer marker for Halifax Harbor. Woo!
I'll do whatever it takes to set me free.
Mark 144738.
I do everything to get what I need.
Hey, this is the farthest north you've gotten this boat, isn't it?
Hi. See the marker? Yeah, I do. It's Canadian. What?
Nothing lasts forever. I'll do whatever it takes to set me free. I do everything to get what I need. I do whatever it takes to set me free. I do everything to get what I need. I do whatever it takes. I do whatever it takes. The time is now or never. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause nothing lasts forever. I do whatever it takes. The time is now or never. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause nothing lasts forever. I do everything to get whatever. I do whatever it takes to set me free. I do everything to get what I need. I do whatever it takes to set me free. I do everything to get what I need. The time is now or never. whatever it takes.
It's Boom Jesus.
Dominus Omnis.
Steve, get your ass out. There you go.
Cause nothing lasts forever.